That's a breaking news. We're interrupting that report. We'll get back to Manu later. Paula Reed is standing by. Paula, you're getting some new information, very significant information. What are you learning?
That's right, Wolf. According to the court document, it appears that a third defendant has been added to the criminal case against former President Trump filed down in Florida. Now, former President Trump has previously been charged with 37 counts related to obstruction, unlawful retention of defense secrets, and storing classified information down at Mar-a-Lago and refusing to hand it back to the archives. Now, he has pleaded not guilty to those charges, but he was charged alongside one of his longtime aides, Walt Nauta. But according to the court docket, they have added another defendant. His name is Carlos. He is a worker down at Mar-a-Lago. And according to our reporting, he was previously seen on surveillance footage moving boxes that are believed to contain classified materials alongside Walt Nauta. Now, at this point, Wolf, we don't know what charges may have been filed against Carlos. We're waiting for that to be populated here in the live court system. But we know down in Mar-a-Lago, even after they charged the former president and Walt Nauta, that the special counsel continued its investigation. We know that they have continued to gather evidence. They've even sent out one additional target letter to someone who was not Carlos. So we expected that there could potentially be additional charges and possibly additional defendants. So we're continuing to watch to see what exactly Carlos will be charged with.
Very significant development indeed. Paula, stand by. Evan, what's your reaction to this?
Well, again, this is something, as Paula was pointing out, Carlos de Oliveira is one of the people who worked at Mar-a-Lago, who absolutely was under scrutiny. Part of the issue was this focus on surveillance video. The question that prosecutors had for witnesses during this investigation was whether there was any attempt to delete, to tamper with, to obstruct the efforts to get that surveillance tape. We do not know, and there's no allegation that's been made so far in any of the court documents that the surveillance tape was actually in the end tampered with, that it was deleted or anything like that. But that was the suspicion that prosecutors had based on the questions that they were asking of witnesses. Carlos de Oliveira, again, was a head of maintenance at the Mar-a-Lago property, the former president's property in Palm Beach. And he was, again, someone who was part of the conversation, according to prosecutors, of whether there should be some tampering of the surveillance tapes. Or at least that's what based on the questions they were asking of witnesses, that's what their suspicion was. Now, we still haven't seen the actual indictment. We only see the docket listing that there is now a case against Carlos de Oliveira, and he is listed as a third person who is now under indictment as part of the Mar-a-Lago case. We're waiting now to get more details of what prosecutors have found. But Wolf, there's been a lot of pressure for different witnesses to provide information as to what happened with this surveillance tape. Again, we're waiting to see more information from prosecutors when they actually unseal this indictment.
When we say the Mar-a-Lago case, we're talking about the classified documents that were discovered over there.
Right, and this would be, again, one of the suspicion that prosecutors had was that there was some kind of obstruction that happened. And that is, of course, as you know, the former president is, accused of obstructing this investigation as part of that.
Certainly significant. Ellie Honig, our legal analyst, is joining us right now. Ellie, talk a little bit about the legal implications of this new development.
Well, Wolf, as we wait to see what the specific charges are, we can know this. This individual would only be added to the indictment if Jack Smith and his team believe that they could prove that he acted knowingly and intentionally, meaning he wasn't simply following orders with no concept that what he was doing was against the law. So presumably, Jack Smith believes he has proof beyond a reasonable doubt that this person acted intending to break the law, whether it's obstruction of justice or some sort of documents-related charge. The other thing to keep in mind, looking at the bigger tactical picture here, the more defendants in this case, and this would be a third defendant along with Donald Trump and Walt Nauta, that's now one more person with an even more powerful incentive potentially to cooperate, because before this person was charged, there was really nothing to threaten him with, no particular downside. And now, if and when this charge comes through, this person's going to have to make a decision. Do I fight this charge and risk potential jail time, or do I try to help my own bottom line by cooperating? So this gives Jack Smith and his team potentially some more leverage, and Donald Trump potentially one more thing to worry about.
Good point. Andrew McCabe is with us, the former deputy director of the FBI. What's your analysis, Andrew?
Well, I think Ellie's got it spot on as usual. But the one additional thing I would raise is it does go back to the specter of timing and delay. So as you continue to add people to this indictment, those and our theory is that Carlos de Oliveira has been added. He has the opportunity. He has to go through the same process that everyone else has, right? So he needs to be arraigned. He needs to have an attorney. Those attorneys will likely have to go through the same process of submitting background forms to get access to classified material, because we know that's at the heart of this case. So those are all opportunities to add time to the process that we've already seen stretched out from an attempted trial date of December, and now we're looking at May. So it could play to the disadvantage of the prosecutors in terms of adding a person that now has another opportunity to slow things down.
Yeah, Caitlin Polentz is working her sources as well. What are you learning, Caitlin?
Well, Wolf, we are looking now at something that is emerging after that initial indictment against Donald Trump and Walt Nauta, adding this third defendant to this case. And if you back up a little bit, this isn't that much of a surprise in that the prosecutors have been taking steps to continue their investigation. They had sent out a target letter to a person. We don't know if it was Carlos, in fact, but it does sound like it may have been Carlos de Oliveira, now that he has been charged additionally in this case, or at least we're waiting to see those charges materialize in the court record. But there had been a lot of discussion about what had happened at Mar-a-Lago over the summer as the Justice Department was trying to get all of their classified records back into their possession, and they were having a hard time doing so. And not all of those things that they had asked questions about with the grand jury, and then even after Donald Trump's indictment was made public, those issues had not all materialized as part of this case. So we really are waiting to see exactly what might be here. But one area that has always been a question of will it become part of this case is what happened to the people who were working at Mar-a-Lago or working around Trump and Walt Nauta. What were they doing? What were they saying to investigators? And also, what was happening to surveillance tapes, specifically tapes that had captured people moving boxes, or at least captured Walt Nauta moving boxes? There was a lot of interest from the special counsel's office in their investigation related to those surveillance tapes, how they were handled, how people were approaching them, how people wanted to maintain them. But that really never became something that we read about in that first indictment that came in the Trump case. And so that is what I'm waiting to see at very least. But we do know as of right now that there's just this third defendant added, and we are waiting for more to appear in the court record.